Say, I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. Respect me, protect me, never neglect me. I am somebody. I am God's child. Stop the violence. Save the children. Stop the violence. Save the children. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, I know I can achieve it. My mind is a pearl. I can do anything in the world. I am God's child. Put your hands together. Put your hands together.
Oh, I am somebody. Oh, I am somebody. I may be down but not destroyed, empty but not void, 'cause I am somebody. Yeah.
We thank and praise God for the New Covenant Church family, Reverend Steve Thurston. Steve, we thank you so much. In tradition of Elijah Thurston and John Thurston, Dr. King's very close and dear friend, we are here today and next Saturday as well. It will be at Mount Pisgah for all of December. This Saturday, next year, we're at New Covenant here at 76 in College. Then we're in the process of reconstructing our building. That's why I'm asking those of you who will your frat, sorority, or church, give us $1,000 and now for our reconstruction. We intend to reconstruct the building. It's been a great historic landmark. Harold Washington spoke there. Gus Savage spoke there. Charlotte Hayes spoke there. Mandela spoke there. Can I get a witness? Barack Obama spoke there. So it's an international frame of reference. Tuesday night, Sister Morris, we need volunteers. You know, we can't pay for everything. Rosa Parks was a volunteer. Dr. King was a volunteer. Jesus was a volunteer. People want to get free, so they got to do something just because it's right. If you have a talent, if you can sing, as Chantel can sing, we're going to be using much more of her talent in days to come. If you can sing, if you can be an usher, if you can use telephone, do robocalls, say everybody can do something. We have 9,000 children in Cook County Jail, pre-trial detention. Some been there 7 years waiting for trial, 7 years. They can't afford to have a trial, 7 years. But we're going to register them, we're going to register them to vote. And we're also going to get computers. We're going to get all of them a voter registration. We're going to have a precinct inside Cook County Jail. Say precinct inside the jail. And all around the nation, there are more of our youth in jail than there are in prison. They have a right to register, a right to vote, unless they've been otherwise convicted. So part of our work is pre-trial detention, voter registration. A second piece of it is that on Tuesday night, how many of you have student loan debt? Stand, student loan debt, stand, student loan debt, stand. Student loan debt, put your hands together, student loan debt. Now, I watched the debate in Atlanta the other night, and I watched them shoot right past some of the HBCUs. If in fact, if they cut Pell Grants on the one hand, raise student debt on the other, we can't go to school. That's cultural genocide. If they cut Pell Grants on the one hand, and then have Parent Plus loans, you can't borrow money on it. They won't even let us borrow money to educate. Let us borrow money to educate us. See, we in fact, struggle for the minds of our children. They must not cut Pell Grants. We reject Parent Plus loans. We must end student loan debt. And so these are the issues of our time. And there's so much going on these days. And one of them, key to it, is protected voter registration. These people running for office, hear them well. There's a lot of attacks on Biden. So the absence of Trump is not the presence of racial justice. See, the absence of Trump is not the presence of justice. We need more than of Trump. We need justice, education, health care, jobs, and livable wages. Talk to me, somebody. I wanted Brother Bobby Rush to be with us. I want to honor Bobby because Bobby, I remember when he was walking around the night wearing shades, looking half gangsterish. He and Chairman Fred and Mark Clark, he was finding his way through the dark, searching. I went to meet with Bobby, with Huey Newton and Bobby Seale in California. He came out with a message to Chairman Fred and Bobby on the West Side. He always was searching for something, trying to get there. And when the night Fred was killed, Bobby was scheduled to die. Then Bobby Rush was scheduled to die. December 4th, Bobby Rush was scheduled to die December 4th, 1969. But God had another plan. He has served us diligently across the years in the council, in the Congress. Put your hand together for a big round of applause for our birthday boy, our man, our preacher, our pastor. On your feet, Reverend Dr. Bobby Rush, Congressman Bobby Rush. Bobby.
The absence of Trump does not mean the presence of justice. I want to, y'all please take a seat. I want to just give honor where honor is due. Reverend Stephen Thurston, we certainly are thankful for more than we could ever speak of, for what you've done, not only for this day, but for what you have done on behalf of the liberation movement in this nation throughout many generations. And we certainly want to lift you up today and thank you for your hospitality. I want to make sure that you all go out and buy that book, Keep Hope Alive, and buy a lot of copies of it, and put it on your Christmas tree. You can't give a better Christmas present than Reverend Jackson's book. I want to make sure that we all, each and every one of us, do something to rebuild that building at 51st, 50th and Drexel. It's not just the Reverend's responsibility. It's all of our responsibility. I think of all the people all across the nation, all across the world that have looked to that address, looked to that plot of land to help save themselves. When they needed it, it was there for them. And you and I are obligated to do all that we can, $100, $500, $1,000, whatever, to make sure that that building stays there. It's not just for Reverend Jackson, it's for all of us. Let me thank Operation Push and Reverend Jackson for bestowing this great honor upon me today. I want to thank my family who is present before me, all of my family, all of my friends. I want to thank all of you for coming out today. I want to thank my wife of almost 2 years, my new wife, evangelist, minister, Paulette Holloway Rush. Give her a big round of applause. Stand up, honey. She's been taking well care of me. I want you to know that. And I'm so delighted to see all my friends. some from even from the Panther Party. If you are here from the Panther Party, if you will, please just stand up and wave your hand if you're here. Those of my comrades in the struggle, thank you all so very, very much for being here with me. My grandson and my granddaughter, y'all come on up here with me if you will. Both my grandson, these are my two grandkids. They're great students, great college students. Reverend, I just got to tell you, I came to give a report on a few matters. I want to let you know that you told me about a year ago that there was not a federal bill, not a federal law against lynching. And you charged that up right there. And you charged me, you charged me with the task of filing a bill. And I want you to know I took it seriously. I filed that bill. It's passed out of the Judiciary Committee, and we should be hearing it on the floor of the House sometime in the next couple of months. We'll hear that bill. We'll pass it out of the House. The Senate has already passed their version. The House has got to pass my version, and then we'll go into a conference committee. My bill is the real bill. It's the real deal, and we're going to make it strong and pass this, finally a bill against lynching. So, I just want you to know that Reverend has given me a little bit of time, and I don't want to take this time. I just want to say that some 50 years ago, the hand-in-hand with the collusion of the FBI, the Department of Justice, they, at 4 a.m. on December the 4th, came into the West Side community in the middle of the night, early in the morning, dark. They came and in the Commonwealth Edison's trucks, sliding in, sneaking in to the West Side and to the black community with the sole purpose of killing Fred Hampton and Mark Clark and everybody that was in that apartment. All the leadership had been scheduled to be in that apartment. I was scheduled to be in that apartment. And everybody, they came in with machine guns and shotguns and rifles to kill everybody in their apartment. They drugged Fred Hampton. The informant drugged Fred Hampton. Our lawyer said that he had more seconal in his body than it would take to immobilize an elephant. They drugged Fred. They drugged him for one reason. And they knew that if he had not been disabled, had not been drugged, there was no way they were going to kill him without killing some of them. So they drugged him to immobilize him. They killed Fred Hampton and Mark Clark and wounded 7 other passengers. They thought I was in their apartment. They came to my apartment at 5 a.m. the very next morning, shot my door down. If I had been there, I would not be here if I had not been there in that apartment. So the Lord saved me twice, 2 times. They came to my apartment. I was underground, living, staying. First, Father Clemens hid me out. Father George C. Clemens hid me out in the rectory at Holy Angels Church on Oakwood Boulevard. I figured we all figured they wouldn't raid a rectory. So he hid me out. I stayed there 2 nights. And then I went up on the Gold Coast, on Astor Street, living with the white folks up on the Gold Coast on Astor Street. I hid out on the Gold Coast. I figured they weren't going to raid the Gold Coast. But then we got in contact with Reverend Jackson, Kermit Cole, my lawyer, Renard Robinson, and Howard Stafford called Reverend and said that they had a warrant out for my arrest. I knew if they saw me on the street, they would have shot me down on the street. So we called Reverend Jackson and said, we want to turn ourselves in to Operation Push. And he said, bring them on. So on that Saturday morning, on December 7th, Reverend met me, saved my life. I remember the words just like they were spoken today. He said, I want y'all to look at him now. And he ain't got a scratch on his head. He ain't got blood on his lips. He still got all his limbs. He better be that way the next time we see him. He saved my life. He accepted me at Operation Push. And I just want to tell y'all that cancer didn't kill me. The police didn't kill me. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but Obama didn't beat me. You helped me. And I want to tell y'all this. In the words of Alfalfa, the little black boy on Little Rascal, I'm still here. I'm still here. The Lord has been good to me. He's brought me from the red clay of Georgia and brought me all the way to Capitol Hill because of you. You and you and you. He brought me and put me on a committee in the Congress. The only committee in the Congress that is written in the Constitution. The Committee on Energy and Commerce. It's a very powerful committee with broad jurisdiction. And I just want you to know that we like to say how we like to describe our jurisdiction thusly. If the sun shines on it and the wind blows on it, then we, the Commerce Committee, have jurisdiction over it. It's the broadest jurisdiction of any committee in Congress, including principal responsibilities for legislative oversight relating to telecommunications, consumer protection, food and drug safety, public health, air quality, and environmental health, the supply and delivery of energy, and interstate and foreign commerce. This jurisdiction extends to 5 congressional departments, federal departments, including the Department of Energy, the Health Department, Health and Human Services Department, Department of Transportation. We have jurisdiction over the FCC and the FDA and many, many others. So we got broad jurisdiction. And because of the voters of the 1st Congressional District and Operation Push and Reverend Jackson, I am the 2nd leading Democrat on that full committee. I am the 2nd in charge of that full committee. I got more seniority of everybody on that committee except one other person. And I don't take it lightly. And I don't let them take it lightly. I want you to know this is just a report that there are 55 members of the Congressional Black Caucus right now. All my young life, I have been fighting for black power. Now I'm a part of black power. 55 members, and our influence is broad in terms of the black caucus. Maxine Waters and Elijah Cummings and all of us, we meet every week to discuss the affairs of the black community. And let me just kind of bring it closer to home. Right now, there have been about 800 bills that relate to you and I. And at least 500 of those bills are sitting on the desk of the Senate President McConnell, Mitch Graveyard McConnell. We can pass it out of the House, but if it don't pass out of the Senate, then it just dies in the Senate. And Mitch McConnell is sitting on over 500 bills. Listen to some of the bills that O'Connor is sitting on that are important to you. He's sitting on H.R. 1, the first bill of this House, which is the People's Act. And this bill addresses voter access, election integrity, election security, political spending, and ethics for the three branches of government. It's sitting there on McConnell's desk. He will not bring it up for a vote. The Paycheck Fairness Act. This bill addresses wage discrimination on the basis of gender and sex. Women ought to be paid the same as men. And if the Senate will hear this bill and vote for this bill, it will be federal law. But Mitch Graveyard McConnell is sitting on it on his desk. The Bipartisan Background Check Act. So that everybody who got a gun must be able to have a background check. We ought to know who some of these people who are legally buying guns, whether or not they are mentally ill or otherwise ill, so that before they are able to buy a gun. Mitch McConnell is sitting on that bill. Raise the Wage Act so that everybody will have a minimum wage. Mitch McConnell is sitting on that bill, protecting people with pre-existing conditions. Trump want to eliminate pre-existing conditions. And we passed a bill in the House a long time ago. And Mitch McConnell is sitting on that bill. There are 500 bills like this that Mitch McConnell is sitting on that bill. You need to get involved. You need to call the Senate President's office. You need to tell Mitch McConnell, get off your duff and bring those bills up to a vote. You need to maintain and fight for that. Lastly, Reverend, something that's close to your heart. 10 days ago, I wrote a letter to the president and owner of Comcast. Comcast, the owner of Xfinity. Y'all know Xfinity. Y'all know Comcast. Y'all made Comcast. Comcast would not be Comcast if it wasn't for the black community. Black people spend more of their dollars, entertainment dollars, on cable TV than on any other type of entertainment. Why? Because it's cheaper. We all have the high and most expensive package of cable TV, of Comcast. I wrote a letter to Brian Roberts, the owner, the founder, son of the founder of Comcast. And I told him that I was upset because he, along with the Solicitor General of the United States, Trump's Solicitor General, took a case by a man by the name of Byron Allen, Byron Allen lost it in 2 jurisdictions. But the Ninth Court of Appeals said that Byron Allen could have a trial, and that Comcast needed to enter into a trial with Byron Allen. Well, Comcast didn't want to do that. They thought that they might, and the probability that they would win, that Byron Allen would win in the Ninth Court of Appeals. So what did Comcast do? Your Comcast. Say my Comcast. What your Comcast did was say that we don't want to go back to the Ninth Court of Appeal. We want to take this to the Supreme Court. They took it to the Supreme Court. And this is what they argued in the Supreme Court. Your Comcast, say my Comcast. They argued before the Supreme Court that you, the owner, you the customer of Xfinity, you the customer of Comcast, that you don't have the same rights before the law that white folks do. Comcast went and said, this is how they did it. Said that if anyone, you or I, go into court and argue that we have been discriminated against, then it's incumbent upon me and you to prove that race was the sole reason for the discrimination. Currently, you ain't got to prove that race was the sole reason. Currently, you can just say that race was one of the reasons. We are not mind readers. We're some bad people, but we can't read minds. How am I going to prove that I am discriminated against anybody who refuses to sell me a house, hire me, let me live next to them, whatever? How am I going to? It's almost impossible to prove that 100% of my difficulties, my discrimination, was caused by racism. But that's what Comcast has tried to do. Comcast has, in 1866, there was a Civil Rights Bill passed. It was a Civil Rights Bill of 1866. And this bill said that black people, ex-slaves, had the right to engage in economic fairness, economic parity. That we had the same rights before the courts that white folks did. And Comcast, your Xfinity, would have the gall to go into court and argue that you don't have the same right as white folks. That if it comes to your case, you got to prove with beyond a shadow of a doubt, 100%, that your grievance is caused by racism. That ain't right. Every Civil Rights Act, every Civil Rights Act since that 1866 Civil Rights Bill was founded on the bedrock 1866 Civil Rights Bill. All of them. Every bill since Civil Rights Bill since 1866 is grounded on the 1866 Civil Rights Bill. And Comcast, your Comcast, my Comcast, Comcast is in the Supreme Court right now trying to rob you of that basic right. I'm mad at Comcast. I'm going to fight Comcast. I sent them a letter and told them, in essence, that maybe you too big. Maybe we need to break you up. And since that time, the NAACP, Bernice King, the Congressional Black Caucus, the Hispanics, the Asians, all of us are coming together because we want Comcast to either cut us in or we're going to cut it out. That's what we are trying to do. You're going to hear more about it as we go forward. But I'm telling you now, Reverend, this fight is still in front of us. Some of us would love to retire and do what we wanted, what retirees do, but some of us can't give up right now. The fight is still in front of us. And I just want to thank Operation Push. And the Reverend, I love myself some Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson. I love myself some Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson. Let me say it again to you. I love Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson. Thank you, Reverend, for all that you've done from the South Side to South Africa. Thank you, Reverend, for all you've done from Sugar Ditch to Capitol Hill. Reverend Jackson has been there, and I love myself. So, Reverend Jackson, thank you, Reverend, for this honor. My family honors you. I love your family. I thank you so very, very much.
And I love some Bobby Rush, too.